Doc, are you home? Hello?
Mike, is that you?
Yeah, it is, Doc. I just stopped by to do my review of the Back to the Future NES games.
You didn't touch the NES 101, did you?
No, of course not. Why?
I was working on an AV mod for it when all of a sudden I slipped on one of the loose screws and knocked myself out. When I woke up, I had an idea to include a flux capacitor for time travel.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you telling me you built a time machine out of a NES top loader?
Precisely.
Whoa, that's heavy, Doc. How does it work?
You have to connect the power pad. Turn it on, set the time circuits, and start running. If my calculations are correct, when you hit 8.8 miles per hour, you are going to see some serious shit.
This is amazing. We should totally go back in time and buy a bunch of sealed Earthbounds. We can get them VGA graded. We'd be rich.
No, we must never alter the course of history. The results could be catastrophic. The trial run is tonight at 1 o'clock a.m. at the Avalon Mall. Meet me there and don't forget your camera. Is that my alarm?
Yeah.
Perfect. That means my clocks are exactly half an hour behind.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me it's 9:15? I'm late for work.
Remember all those great games we used to play growing up in the 80s and 90s? Most of them are sitting in an attic or garage somewhere, doing nothing but gathering dust. My opinion is, we should give them another look.
Doc, how come you weren't at the mall? Doc? Oh man, Doc must be lost in time. I don't know if he went forward or backward, but you know what? Someone's gotta find him. Alright, let's see if these bastards can do 9. I have to bring you back to the future! Doc! There doesn't seem to be any sign of the Doc. I guess I'll just have to wait for him here in 1985. While I'm waiting, I might as well play a good NES game. That's right, I said a good NES game. Yes, I actually think Back to the Future is a good game. Most people's problem with this game is that the gameplay really isn't like anything else. In fact, I don't even know what you would classify it as. The best way I can describe it is as a combination of Paperboy and a top-down shooter like Gunnak. Don't worry, Gunnak, you are on my list. Put them together and you get Back to the Future. I will come back to the gameplay a little later on. Another major complaint of this game is the music or lack thereof. Back to the Future is a movie that produced some iconic music such as The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News, or the main theme by Alan Silvestri, neither of which are really in the game. What we did get was this. I hope you're digging it because it'll be playing non-stop for quite some time. While it certainly isn't the Back to the Future theme, I don't mind it. Wouldn't mind hearing a rock cover of it at some point. It starts at the title screen, through all of the scrolling levels, and even on the map screen. It'll finally stop, and we'll hear something different when you reach one of the game's boss stages, which I'll also come back to later. You spend the majority of the game in the top-down scrolling levels, with the main focus on avoiding a variety of obstacles and very unique enemies. While it is extremely simplistic, the controls are actually very responsive and fluid, making it enjoyable to avoid the ridiculous onslaught ahead of you. You can even improve your maneuverability by getting the skateboard power-up. I myself prefer grabbing the bowling ball and taking out the sometimes hard to avoid enemies. If you don't avoid or take out the enemies, they will knock you down. This won't kill you, but momentarily halt your progress, decreasing the amount of time you have remaining. That's right, time is the key element in this game, as opposed to an instant death. As you may have already noticed, there is a picture on the bottom of the screen that acts as the health/time bar, which steadily decreases as the level progresses. Each time you run into an enemy, it will take a portion of your time away and fade the picture. To keep the picture in focus, you have to collect clocks scattered throughout the level. If you get knocked down enough or don't collect enough clocks, the picture will fade out completely and you will lose a life. Whew! Now that I'm a time traveler, I hope I don't start to disappear. Nope, everything seems to be okay. I guess the rules of time travel don't apply here. You know, like in Men in Black 3, where nothing made any sense. Did I mention this game is actually pretty hard? Marty only has 4 lives in Back to the Future, which is enough for you to make it through the scrolling street levels. But then you make it to the boss stage in the malt shop, where the minute one of the patrons reach you, you automatically lose a life. Even worse than that, you don't automatically restart at the malt shop, but go back to the start of the last scrolling street level. In order to progress, you have to take out at least 50 of these greasers by whipping malts into their chests. I find it gets extremely hectic, and I have never got past this boss stage. Oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm finally gonna do it! Nope, not to be. Once all 4 lives are gone, you have to do it all over again, as there are no continues. Well guys, that's Back to the Future on the NES, produced by LJN. For me, it's not a bad NES game. I just found it extremely difficult, but it's still fun enough that I'll go back and challenge it again and again. I guess Doc isn't in 1985. Maybe I'll have to try another time. Well, it looks like Doc isn't here in the future either. I know it's not that far into the future, but come on, what kind of budget do you think the show has anyways? Yeah, so I guess it's time to play Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3. I'm going to be completely honest with you, my Back to the Future Part 1 review may have been a little bit biased because of my love of the Back to the Future movies growing up. Believe me, my review of this game will put that bias to rest. Did you know I love the Back to the Future movies so much, I actually had a Back to the Future themed wedding. Me and my wife's first dance was actually to Earth Angel. Isn't that romantic? I really have to play this game, don't I? Well, I guess there's no time like the present. In the future? To get back to the past? Back to the Future Part 2 and 3 went in a completely different direction than the first game, but I really can't tell you what kind of game this is other than an action platformer. You are dropped off in a very strange version of 1985, and you have to wander around aimlessly with no other clues than having to collect historical items and return them to their correct time. In order to travel to the different times, you have to find the DeLorean's remote control. I've been playing this game for over 20 years, and I still have not found it. That's because the world is just so friggin' big and has multiple paths. It really reminds me of the overworld on Friday the 13th, except you don't even get a map here. In order to collect the items that need to be returned to their correct times, you have to enter doors you come across while exploring. Inside each door is an extremely frustrating minigame. If you collect all the clocks in the puzzle, you will be awarded with one of the items. These minigames really test my patience. Good thing there are only 20 or so items to collect. Oh, dear God. Did I forget to mention that you can't open the doors right away? First you have to find a key. The keys aren't anywhere sensible, but rather randomly appear when you stomp out an enemy. Even worse than that, they don't stay on the screen after killing the enemy. They automatically fly off the screen unless you are just in the right place to grab it. The enemies are beyond ridiculous. An assortment of random animals that for some reason need to attack you. To take them out, you need to jump on their heads. If they touch you, it's an automatic death. You can also lose lives by failing to complete the minigame puzzles. Thank goodness this game is generous with lives, not to mention unlimited continues. You can keep playing and dying, wandering aimlessly, finding nothing, dying, 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 dying. I hate how they throw these random animals into the game. Like really, seriously, who has all these animals surrounding them at all times? Hey you, get your damn hands off my controller. No, it's not that. It's just I don't like it. I don't want to play it. Nobody calls me a chicken. Alright, it's time to go back in time. I can't. I won't. That's it. I'm done with this game. I am done with this game. I don't know where the dock is, but I am just done. I'm gonna make like a tree and get out of here. Oh, Doc, I'm so sorry I couldn't find you. I just can't travel time anymore and play that terrible Back to the Future Parts 2 and 3.
Are you Michael B. the Game Genie?
Yes, I'm Michael B. the Game Genie.
I work for the Canadian Postal Service. We've had this letter at our post office for almost 130 years. In fact, a lot of us down there thought it was a joke. Anyways, this letter's for you.
Thank you. Dear Michael, I am alive and well and living in 1885. If you want to come and rescue me... You know what this is? It's a letter from the doc. You know what that means?
No, kid. Who's the doc?
He's alive! The doc's alive! If you want to come and rescue me, all you have to do is turn on the NES, plug in the power pad, and then play Back to the Future Part 2 and 3, plugging in the password, and playing Back to the Future Part 3.
Shitty deal, kid.
I've been living these last few days working as a blacksmith. Hey, that's an honorable profession. You'll do well with that. There's no way in hell I'm going back and playing Back to the Future Part 3. No way, Doc. Enjoy your time in the Wild Wild West.